wanted to give you a quick tutorial over the questions to answer before the debate. These questions are in Google Docs and they'll be graded the day of the debate, and they'll help you to prepare and give you ideas of all the questions you should know. So you should have a basic idea of energy use, how we get energy out to our homes and businesses now. So how is it transferred from power stations to us? Second, how much energy does the U.S. need or use? Also, how much is it going to need in the future is something that's important to know. What amount of the energy is used for transportation, industrial, commercial, and recreational uses? So you should know the divisions and how it's used for different things. Your energy source, you need to know how it works. Is it environmentally friendly and what that means to be environmentally friendly? How efficient is your source? How good is it taking the energy that it has and directly moving that over into electricity? Any of the pros and cons for it? How much does it cost per kilowatt hour for your source? What are examples of how your energy source is used? So places in the world or in the United States that use it and use it well, and also possibly some that use it poorly. How much energy does your source produce in the U.S. Per capita? Again, we've talked about that before recently, but that's per person. Is it renewable or non-renewable, and why? So again, renewable and non-renewable is different from environmentally friendly, and you should definitely know the difference between those. Other energy sources, you need to know how efficient they are. You need to know what are the downfalls of the other sources. How much would it cost to generate a fixed amount of energy? For example, one power plant costs blank to make and would produce blank amount of energy from that power plant. And you should know that from each of the different types. And you're probably looking at kilowatt hours or megawatt hours per year from a power plant. They're oftentimes named in megawatt hour as their plant sizes. So that's 1 million watts. So 3 times as much as a kilowatt, which is what we've talked about. Any other information you can gather that will help promote your energy source versus others. You can compare energy source with any of the above questions. You want to look and see if they're environmental, what political or social issues they might have surrounding their energy type, so you can use that information in things like your rebuttal and during your debate. Basic terminology. You will want to know as a minimum these things. You want to know what energy is, how it's different or similar from work, and how those two are different or similar from power. You'll want to know what BTUs are. You'll want to know what kilowatt hours are, which you should have an idea of now. You want to know what joules are, and watts, terawatts, and gigawatts. So watts, terawatts, and gigawatts are just different sizes or different amounts of watts. So you'll just want to know how many watts are in a gigawatt or in a terawatt or things like that. And definitely need to know what renewable and non-renewable mean and what the differences are and how those are decided.